the truth.
You don't love him like you love Zach.
Are you still in love with Karen?
All right, Sistas fans. Now, I might mention some Zatima in here, but I'm going to try to keep, those two parallel worlds as far away from each other as I can. But it's impossible to avoid comparisons because, again, I'll always reference this. Duval did state Zatima and Sistas take place in like separate continuities, separate universes. But given that, for whatever reason, they decided to air Sistas while Zatima was still on instead of giving Sistas a much needed break from the, BET network, it's confusing fans with characters crossing over and things not making sense. Like, wait, how is Deja next door to Zach and Fatima when that hasn't happened yet in Sistas? And what's going on? I don't know. Look, there's a lot of stuff going on that doesn't make sense. But in the synopsis for next week and in the trailer, Fatima is still doubting Zach in terms of him being over Karen. And it's just infuriating at this point because one of my biggest things about Zatima last week was the whole, okay, at what point is Fatima going to stop questioning Zach's level of commitment to her? When is she going to quit doubting him? Yes, learning about her background with Ian, does make sense, but Zach, in one of my favorite Zach moments last season, when he said, look, I got to get a DNA test. And then Fatima was like, that ain't the only thing you ain't got to, that ain't the only thing you got to get tested. And then Zach was like, and I love this because he was really fed up. For real, I'm sick and tired of the disrespect. And it's like, y'all keep throwing my past in my face. I'm not him anymore, but I can be him again, but this time with more money. And it just makes me mad. Look, her being mad about Deja flirting with her in the gym, yeah, makes sense. But then it's like Zach can do nothing right. I mean, things can be going perfectly fine, minding their own damn business. But yeah, out of nowhere, Zach's going to get hit from something from his past or present, and then Fatima gets pissed off. Like the way she just got mad at him because of the way Karen talked to her, but that came by her not listening to Zach, meaning, hey, don't answer the phone. So I think when it comes down to it, Fatima, even though it's Zach's problems that come back, sometimes Fatima, intentionally or not, initiates some of it. Because when you keep saying something like, do you still love Karen? Do you still love Karen? Zach might start believing he does. And I just hate to say that because of the fact that for him to be constantly questioned, like at what point is enough enough? When is enough enough, Fatima? At what point of this will you feel like Zach is secure in his relationship with you? Because if you ask me, I think Fatima's the one who has more doubts than Zach. If every time I say I love you, every time I say I care, you always say, but what about Karen? Are you sure about that? When are you going to get tired of me? Which, based on Zach's past, these are fair questions. But to constantly question Zach's integrity to you, Fatima, that's where there's a problem. So she, says to Aaron when Aaron's like, hey, Zach, can I talk to you real quick about Karen? Zach, it sounds important. No. And then Aaron's like, yeah, it is. Because it looks like Zach, just like when the phone was ringing in the promo for this week's episode, when Fatima's like, Zach, why don't you answer it? And then Zach's like, nope. Fatima answers. She gets pissed off. So in this situation, based on the preview, Aaron's trying to talk to Zach about Karen. Zach doesn't want to hear it. And Fatima's like, no, Zach, it must be important. Yeah, it is. So then when Aaron says what he says, that's probably going to lead to Fatima going, well, Zach, do you still love Karen? Stop doing that. Please stop doing that. So I don't know what's worse. I'm not saying, look, I won't say Fatima is as bad as Karen, but if this continues, she's going to be lumped in that same category where you got Karen who can't let go of Zach. I need him to let go of this hold on me. And when you look at the events of everything that's been going down since the back half of season 3, have you ever once said, yeah, Zach is still in love with Karen? No. Looking at the actions alone, and I don't know what Fatima's seeing, She should be seeing that it's Karen who's constantly throwing herself at Zach, not the other way around. So for her to just say, are you still in love with Karen? Well, maybe you should go over there and talk with her in order to, make sure she's out of your system. That happened in season 3. And Zach shut that shit down, but Karen still kept acting up. Stop doing that, Fatima. Damn. All right, so that's all I got to say. Fatima still doubts Zach. Or still thinks Zach loves Karen. I don't know. I mean, Zach didn't do himself any favors all the times he said, Karen, I got love for you, but I ain't in love with you anymore. But even that's redundant at this point. It's like Karen's looking at well, he said he loved me. Shut the hell up. So I don't know. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Like and subscribe, and I'm just getting sick of this.